Can we hear the clapping? Can we guess who that? Thank you. No, you mustn't.
Encore! Hear an encore?
No, please, quiet down, everyone.
Encore! Yes, come on.
Quiet.
An encore.
Quiet! This isn't some band rehearsal. You can't just tell me to keep going once I've finished. I mean, who do you think I am? I'm a writer, an artist, a storyteller, not some two-bit jukebox juvenalian fresh off an infomercial. Can't just plug in a penny and wait for the noises to start. I mean, the fact that you'd even presume to... Let them tell you to stop.
And cut. Shall we do that once more for the cameras, or are we... No, we're good? Very well. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Jackabox Theatre. My name is Gangrene. As always, your humble narrator. To begin, long ago, there was a pilgrim. Now, this pilgrim had been traveling for many years, searching for the house of God. I mean, in that time, God had been absent for longer than anyone could remember, and in his absence, crops had failed, dogs had turned wild, and snow draped the land even in summer. Many people had died since his disappearance from disease, hunger, war. Pilgrim himself had lost his wife to influenza, a particularly malevolent demon from one of the deeper pits of hell. Trust me, you don't want to get on his bad side. Now, his daughter later ran away with a preacher and was killed by the living dead, leaving only the father and the son. Now, for many years they lived together, until war came to that country, and the pilgrim's son joined up, his spirits flared by promises of glory and of honor. He didn't last the winter. Can't war be such a terrible thing? So, the pilgrim set about traveling through the world, his head filled with questions. He had to know why it was that God would abandon him, why he had suffered so. But most of all, he wanted to see his family one more time. It was a particularly cold night, and the pilgrim's fingers were chilled to the very bone. He began to grow weary as the cold bit harder and harder, and he searched for a place to lay his head. He had heard that God was hiding no more than a day's walk from here, and that faint hope kept him moving, no matter how dark the night grew. It came to pass that, in the distance, the pilgrim caught a glimpse of firelight between the trees, and to his sleep-starved mind it appeared as the light of God, and so he hurried closer. Now, as he approached, to his dismay, the pilgrim discovered that it was merely a house nestled among the trees. The pilgrim approached cautiously. It was dangerous to travel in these times, and he had had his fair share of knocks and cuts from knocking on the wrong doors. But he was desperate, and the snow was beginning to show in the firelight. A woman appeared in the doorway and asked him what he wanted. The pilgrim replied that he just needed a place to weather from the storm, and so she led him inside, down a long hallway to where a bed had already been set up beneath the stairs. The pilgrim rested for a time, how long he did not know. Later she brought him cooked meats and steaming stew, but he turned her away. One must be fasted to meet with God, and he would not eat another creature's flesh. And so the first night passed. But on the second day, the snow was piled so high that the pilgrim couldn't possibly leave. It saddened him to think that he had come so close, but God could wait, he thought. After all, he's waited this long. So, what brings you here? I'm a pilgrim. For whom? Well, for God. She laughed then, long and clear. Pilgrim's heart jumped for joy at the sound of it. It had been so long since he'd last heard laughter. God is dead. Then who is it I pray to? To no one. But you can pray to me. She too had lost all those close to her, but she had also lost her faith, and so the pilgrim ran from her. One must always be clean before God. She was sad to see him go, for she was just as lonely as he. That night they ate in silence, and at grace the pilgrim prayed for the snows to clear. But God must not have heard him, for the next day they were higher than ever before, and the pilgrim was once more trapped. Fearing a third temptation, he made for the roof. He waited in the snow for many hours, till his skin was blue and his breath had ceased to steam. Then the woman's voice came from behind him. There you are. I've been searching for you. Who are you? Don't you know me? The pilgrim fell to his knees in reverence as God stood before him. "Oh Lord," he cried, but his God said nothing. "Oh Lord, why have you forsaken me? Why did you not embrace me? I've always rejected sin, and how can I do other than forsake you?" The heavens opened and light shone forth. The pilgrim found himself blinded as God reached down to him, and the world faded from view. There, you see? What do you think of that? Not so cheery now, or are we? Backing on course. Right. Have we cut?
Foley's.
Have we not cut?